Imagine red lanterns, fried mystery meat, karaoke at 9 a.m., and chaos everywhere. It's an alternate universe in daylight.
Look up. Yeah, those are chairs, hanging off the side of a building, like an art installation with no explanation. And I would argue you're looking at the first food truck ever. Are you wondering where the heck I am this weekend? You might be guessing somewhere in Asia where there's a lot of strange foods. No, this is not Hong Kong. This is the first Chinatown outside of China, in Manila. This is Binondo, Manila's Chinatown. The oldest one in the world, they say. Older than San Francisco's, older than New York's, and you might feel that weight immediately. Not just age, but layers. Layers of grit, smell, noise, and magic. To the uninitiated, this place might feel like the set of a post-apocalyptic kung fu film shot on a shoestring budget. In Binondo, not everything is supposed to make sense. That's the beauty of it. You come to taste the chaos. You come for the grilled unknowns on sticks. You come for the smells that shift from divine to demonic in a single inhale. Food safety? Look, this isn't Whole Foods. This is the deep end. You eat at your own risk. If you ever wanted to see history in a bowl of noodles, or smell colonialism in a steam of pork bun, come to Binondo. This is where cultures crash together and never bother to separate again. Filipino, Chinese, Spanish, you can't pull them apart anymore. They're fused, intermarried, argued, cooked together, built shrines next to cathedrals, worshipped saints with incense, and burned paper money for their ancestors in front of Jesus on the cross. Here in Binondo, nothing makes perfect sense, and that's what makes it perfect. Three cultures, no neat borders, just life, loud, tangled, and apologetically strange. And maybe that's the most honest thing you'll ever taste. Why is Binondo so popular? Tourists like me come for the spectacles. But the locals? Wow, they come here because it feeds something deeper. This is Toho, the oldest restaurant in Binondo.
There are restaurants that serve food, and then there are places like this, where you eat time itself. Toho Antigua, right here in the heart of Binondo, Manila. It's not a place that screams for attention. You could walk by it 100 times and never give it a second glance. The paint is peeling. The sign looks like it's from another century, because it is. The lights flicker like they've seen things, which they have. Established in 1888. Think about that. This place was feeding hungry mouths while America was still figuring out what jazz was. You don't come to Binondo for neat lines and symmetry. You come for the beautiful mess. For the smoke curling up the sidewalk grills, cooking God knows what on skewers. For the smells, holy incense 1 second, gutter funk the next, divine then demonic, sometimes both. And then you turn to a corner, crumbling alley, paint peeling, and there it is, a van, half rusted, half religious experience. It's been reborn as a food truck, if you can even call it that. Asia's answer to the taco truck, maybe. Only here it's shumai and duck rice. There's no hiding it. This place isn't pretty. It's not a postcard. But look at the architecture, if you could call it that. This building, for example, it looks like it survived 3 earthquakes and a typhoon, and someone still said, hey, it's good enough. In the underbelly of Binondo, beyond the tourist noodle joints, past the crumbling churches and fading colonial facades, you'll find something harder, less pretty, more real. A world where the buildings sag. The air smells like fried meat, diesel, and rain-soaked cardboard. A place where the streets seem to breathe in struggle and exhale ingenuity. This is the Binondo most visitors don't see. The part they walk through quickly, maybe clutching their bag a little tighter, pretending not to notice the grease-stained shirts, the shirtless kids, the rusting tricycles held together by zip ties and prayers. But if you stop just for a minute, you'll see something else, something beautiful. It's not about passion or brand identity here. It's about whatever sells today. You don't ask, what do you do? You ask, what did you manage to sell this week? A hustler's life, quiet, unglamorous, and relentless. You've got to admire it. The hustle, the grind, the small businesses born out of pure desperation and stubborn hope. People here sell anything. Old coins, cell phone load, magic herbal sprays, fake Ray-Bans, dreams. They're not lazy, they're tired. Tired but still standing. Even in the struggle, there's music. There's humor. You hear it in the beat-up radio playing OPM love songs, in the way vendors shout at each other with affection disguised as insults, in the karaoke bleeding through alleyways like a defiant anthem to being alive. This guy, he's not worried about ROI or a 5-year plan. He's worried about getting through tonight, making just enough to get the rice, the oil, the medicine, maybe something extra for a birthday. That's the dream. It's not a sob story, it's just real. This is the Binondo travel brochures won't show you. It's a daily miracle. A system of small human acts keeping each other afloat. A messy ballet of pots, plastic bags, burnt fingertips, and borrowed hope. You want to understand the heart of a place? Don't look at the skyline. Look at the gutters, the side streets, the people selling mangoes and miracles from cardboard boxes. Here in Binondo, in the thick of Manila's forgotten corners, people make a life from nothing. And somehow they still find a place to smile, to sing,
to share a plate of fried rice with a stranger. That kind of hope, you can't buy that. You can't fake it. You survive it. You live it, and if you're lucky, you learn from it.